Alright, hello everybody, welcome to the final installment of Test for 511 Rotary Division. For now, we aren't going to go over any of our other rotary birds until we start using them more, and which I will add more videos. But for the final one is the V-22 Osprey, which is this beast. So I did forget to refold the rotors, so we'll talk about that in a second. I'll go ahead and fold them. These videos are a little scuffed as always, but this one has not as much to talk about as the CH-43. It is extremely loud, by the way. I'd recommend to have your effects volume hella down. If you ever even fly, just do effects down. So, I'm gonna hop out. So CH-43 or 46, sorry, CH-46 has a lot going on. This it has a lot, but it's more manageable. There's a lot less going on. So this is how you'll typically receive it. It'll be in a folded position, exactly like this. It does clip, but that is unfortunate. As a pilot, what you're going to do is you are going to come up to the bird, always on the right side. You're going to hop in. However, you fly from the left. So you go to this door with rescue on it. That is what you enter on. You will now be in the pilot's seat on the left. So I'm gonna show you the parts. So obviously we have the ramp, which is in the back, and the side door. So I'll go ahead and open both to kind of explain both. Here they both open. So side door, pretty simple door you enter from. It just has cool little steps. These will be open every time you get in. On the ramp, this will also be open every time that you fly. I believe you might be able to step in. Maybe if I hop it. It's unlikely. There we go. Okay, yes, you can actually walk into the bird. Kind of finesse your way in. Okay, I kind of broke it. There we go. So you have to stay crouched. So there's actually some gimbal turrets that I just broke myself in. So these are the turrets of the helicopter. I believe this is your targeting system. That is the actual gun itself. It's very awkward, but that will still shoot when you're looking with the system. So actually, speaking of gunner, before we go over the pilot steps, I do want to go over one thing. If you use scroll wheel, you can see that we have all these options. We'll go over cargo ropes and doing all that stuff in actual training. For now, so you obviously have the co-pilot. They will sit on this side, and then you have the gunner slot. So when you hop in the gunner slot, they are this little seat that is over here. They have a little PlayStation looking controller. Actually, that's an Xbox controller. My bad. Right below them, I can't see it that way. This is as far down as I can go. However, they say here everyone else sits in the normie seats. They get the fancy controller seat. This will be designated to very few people. I believe I'm only going to leave this as like co-pilots who are training, like with the gun, and then maybe JTACs or just kind of certain people. But as you can see on the top right, it shoots tracer rounded 7.62 from a Gatling gun, as it calls. And so obviously we can zero it. If you can see the under tracer, you have the meterage moving. It's just page up, page down. If your base game, it starts at 600. This is a refresh bird, so it starts at 600. So what you do to get in the pod is you just control right click, and now you're inside the pod. It has night vision, which is in, and if you hit Bravo, it has thermal vision. It has white hot and dark hot and black hot. And then it just kind of looks where you go, and I'll give it a little test. It shoots where you look. So yeah, it's shooting the ground there. I don't have any targets at the moment, nor will I have anyone in this for a while. Obviously, if you hit R, it will reload, and then as you see in the bottom right, it gives you the 3 magazines it has and how much ammo are in each magazine. So I never reloaded it. I just shot off those few rounds. It looks to be 21 rounds shot. Therefore, one mag is missing 21 rounds. Otherwise, I'm going to go into the last bit. So we're going to hop back in at the door to the pilot seat. So first thing I want to go over is, if I go back to the window key, we'll go to the close the ramp once everyone is in. You can also close the side door when everyone is in. That just protects people from shots. It's a very cool animation, and you can actually see it this time, which is awesome. Next thing you'll do is you'll unpack your rotors. It's very loud. It is extremely loud, but you can actually watch this happen in real time, which is really cool. So now they do rotor things, and they are unpacked. Unfortunately, it doesn't have like a rotating animation; it just kind of goes. Next thing you'll do, I'm actually going to talk about this real quick. There is a fuel probe on the front for aerial refueling. We will do that later when you're more advanced. I think we'll be using a C-17, which USAF supplies. So this is the fuel probe right here. This is its extracted mode, I guess. There's no better word for it. And then and then you can extend the fuel probe on extended mode, or retracted mode. Therefore, it is extended. I recommend to actually just leave it in the retracted mode, which it always is when you first get the bird. It will always be in retract. Also, you have a little mirror. They do work. That isn't just some stock photo. The mirrors do, in fact, work. They do look like this, and they're very kind of grainy and not the best. But I mean, don't forget, it's a 11-year-old game now. So, yeah. So next thing we'll do, we'll just go into your interact, do engine on. As you can see, we are spooling up. So now everything actually turns on. So these aren't going to do too much. We do not have a HUD. It's the only sad part of this. As you can see, we lost a couple of the options, like the side door. We cannot extend the side door anymore, nor obviously we cannot fold the rotors. That wouldn't make any sense. Otherwise, your scroll wheel is going to have the rest of it. So let's see. So you have flaps down. It's just like flying a plane. You're going to for takeoff, you send your flaps all the way down to the top right. You see the little flaps in the top right went all the way down. Next, you have manual fire. I am uncertain on what that does at the moment, so I'm just going to leave it at that. Your cargo ropes are for sling loading things, and we will go over sling loading in actual trainings. Obviously, you have the extend fuel probe and open ramp. Those are easy access points for them. And then you have obviously collision lights, and then regular lights. So this light's on, this light's off. It's not going to do much. We're in daytime at the moment. I would like us to run collision lights anytime it is a nighttime op, however. And then last thing is our auto vectoring. So if I turn that on, that's obviously just going to be a hold. Turn off. Alright. So all you gotta do is just hit and hold shift, and you'll go ahead and roll forward like an aircraft, like a plane. So all you do is just apply engine power with the shift. It's in the top left hand corner of the screen. You have controllable the CM bursts, which are our flares. It's a burst amount of flares. They deploy in sets of 2 in pairs, I guess, and then you have 240 of them in total. There's another one on the runway. Also, if I go into auto vectoring is the difference between this mode that we're currently in, which is the plane-based mode, and if I turn it on, it goes into the helicopter style mode. For this one, I will use it as a helicopter, as this is helicopter training, and then we'll come in. Actually, no, never mind. I will use it as a plane, so turn it off, and so now it is in regular plane mode. So all I gotta do is just hit and hold shift, and now we're at 100% power. Kind of keep ourselves lined up with the runway. This thing should take off pretty easy. Yeah, it's already up in the air, actually. So it controls very similar to a plane. So I believe your engine power controls your engine power is your up and down, basically. So this is a big balance. All you gotta do is just kind of tilt to go faster. Throw some more power in it. Throw some more power in it. Throw some more power in it. I'm very new to flying. It looks like yeah, there we go. Now we're in actual plane mode. And so now they've come down. We're flying this just like an actual any other jet or whatever our Tomcats fly. It's going to be very similar controls. I'm actually catching some over-G, so you can over-G in this, which is, it makes a lot of sense. It looks like a Copilot has access to the targeting system, as well as these actually do work. And you have that little hole, so you can see what real life looks like, as well as your shaded. So this time, I'm going to go back into auto vectoring mode. So these, now they'll go vertical. They should start going vertical. And it should start flying like a helicopter again. So now, engine power controls ascending and descending. I don't know why they're still like this. Gear does go up if you hit G, and it goes down, obviously. When flying, I mean, all you gotta really do is, okay, so auto vectoring actually just does it, like makes the vectoring automatic, so go into plane mode or go into helicopter mode, on demand. Otherwise, what you do is you come down, I'll go ahead and send flaps up. So flaps up, and it will be the, where is it? Turn off. So what you do is you turn off auto, or turn on auto vec. Damn, that's weird. Okay, it says that it's on. I believe that has turned it off. Yes. So now I have it control it manually, so I can vector increase and vector decrease. So increasing obviously sends it up, and now we're in helicopter mode, and we are kind of dropping out of the sky, which is my fault. And then vectoring decrease obviously sends it down into plane mode. So I recommend to keep auto vectoring off, so that we have full control of going into helicopter versus plane mode. For now, I'm going to go ahead and kind of drop us out of the sky. Yeah, so this thing will fly exactly like a plane. Or a fixed wing aircraft when you set those inserters down. So actually, I'm going to bring it to a vectoring decrease of 1, so it gives us a little bit of speed. And control still very similar to the helicopters. It's just kind of a mixture. So landing this thing is very difficult, and I have not actually landed one. So we're about to figure out what that feels like. Yeah, I will do more work and like looking into controlling this thing, because this thing is very difficult to control. But once we get it down, it is, I believe, very not simple, but it does allow us to do cool things. This is going to be our main transport bird, as Marsoc and real life actually use the Osprey. Surprise, shocker, I know. So I'm turning too fast, so I kind of killed all my. So now I can go ahead and kill my speed again. Continue my turn. Don't drop out of the sky. Don't drop out of the sky. So I've thrown it to 100. Basically, going to kind of drop it, decrease it like a plane. I am way high, so now we're gonna heavily drop out. I'm gonna throw my auto vectoring. Not auto vectoring. I'm going to vector off, and I kind of failed because I hit decrease. So now we are all the way full power, but we are all the way up. Therefore, I can maybe easily flip this around and come back in. Again, this is a very sensitive bird, but it's also kind of fat. Like, as you can see, I'm like fully holding the controls. So there we go. Now I'm at 77% power. We're kind of decreasing at a decent rate. Should be able to bring myself to the pad, hopefully. I'm going to kill all of my speed here. Actually, I'm on a pretty good path. So we're going to go ahead and decrease altitude a lot more. Obviously, we have our altimeter and all that. Oh, it doesn't really work. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and decrease it more. So I'm basically in a hover. So now, I don't have much view of what's below me. You just kind of gotta, this requires a lot of practice to land, obviously. So I'm going to tilt her, to throw it. Okay, now we're going to start dropping, descending. Just want to over target. Boom. Alright, dropping it more, dropping it more, dropping it more. Once you get super fast with it, it will be pretty easy. I landed it. A little rough landing, but obviously that's my first time ever landing on this bird. So now we're gonna power down. And then obviously my rule of thumb, once it's powered down, you can go back into the mode and pack the rotor. So we will most likely be doing, we'll be doing some landings out of it. I'm expecting we might be doing some more drops out of it. So I actually wasn't that far off. So for first landing in this thing, and knowing now that I don't have much sight, and you're gonna have to basically see the pad to come in. That's not bad. That's not too shabby. I was thinking I'd hit that shed and just break myself. But yeah, that's not the worst. So, and then it will respawn in a different color, of course. Um, so if you're out of the bird for too long, apparently, I think it just respawns on you. I'm going to test that later, but yeah, that's the V-22 Osprey. Peace.